Well, there's a big focus. If you look in our booth, it's all about CCaaS. That's kind of our go forward, our North Star product that we put a lot of engineering effort into the last really couple of years. And I think last year was just a really big year for us in terms of what we were able to do and innovate and some of the capabilities we were bringing. So a lot of that we're showcasing here at GITEX. Well, I think, with our customer base, we have we service some of the largest customers in the industry, and they've been clients of Avaya for a long time. They've had a lot of investments, a lot of customizations and personalizations that they've done to our products over the years. And so I think they're very interested in not only our new innovations, but also how are we innovating without disruption to their existing infrastructure and investments they've made in us. So I think that's one of the things that customers are coming looking for. I think the other thing is just generally innovation. I mean, we've done a lot of really great stuff with our partners. We've got a lot of really great feedback on our metaverse demos, but we have some other really cool stuff, some dispatching stuff with drones, and some really kind of cool technology. If you're kind of into technology, which most people here are, it's a pretty cool booth, and Avaya is a pretty great place to stop. Well, we've had a lot of great wins just in terms of customers that have put a lot of faith in us. We have some of the largest banks, some of the largest healthcare companies. We've had some really great partnerships with some airlines recently. We're getting a lot more breadth in terms of our capabilities in terms of social media and how we're able to not just route those, but to really create a rich interaction, with social media. So we've had some pretty interesting things happen there on our CCaaS product. We've actually expanded into a number of different regions, Singapore being one recently. We're looking to set up in both India and also in Australia. So in terms of just regional availability of our cloud products, we're able to get some customers, but also some expansion geographically in the area. Sure. I mean, CCaaS is our sort of our cloud contact center solution, and it's a cloud native. It's hosted in Azure. So those looking for public cloud that can do everything from an outbound campaign dialing to inbound digital, or obviously your traditional voice. We have all of that in that CCaaS product, including things like call recording and quality management. So it's a pretty comprehensive solution. Again, born in the cloud native. So it's something that our customers have been asking a lot for us. Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of things. We talked a little bit about the metaverse. I think that's got a lot of buzz around it. It's still probably a little bit early. I think people are trying to figure out, how they're going to leverage that within their own businesses. And so I think, companies that can show some thought leadership there, I think, really give the ideas on how to help businesses through metaverse is one thing. But there's a lot of other areas. I mentioned, some of the stuff with social media. There's a lot of different social media platforms out there, and how do you really engage your customer base through that medium, I think is pretty important. There's a lot going on in terms of just analytics, customer journey. Those sorts of things are important, that when a customer contacts you, you really understand the journey that they've had with your company up to that point, and that every interaction isn't just a single isolated incident, but it's part of a relationship that you have with your customer. So there's just really, it's a very rich area for innovation and for solving different customer problems. Well, I know for me it's just super important just to be in the region, because living in the United States, most even pre-COVID, a lot of my interactions, just because of distance, tend to be more virtual. So just getting out and then having the opportunity with so many people coming in, it's just kind of really no replacement for just the number of people and the number of interactions that you can have, in such a short period of time. So it's been really great, for me from that perspective. It's probably the first event I've been to post-COVID that really feels normal and not in some way subdued as a result of the pandemic. So that's been great too. It's just kind of feeling back to normal, but mostly it's really about just all the different engagements you can have with your customers, with your partners, and really with even our own, my own sales team that lives and works in the region. The Middle East is, like every region is a little bit unique in terms of, what's kind of really important and popular. And I know I've mentioned social media a lot, but that's a much more pronounced, I feel like, in this region than it is in, let's say, North America. In CALA, you see it a lot, a fair amount too. So that's maybe one of the things that I see that's a little bit different. Digital being really not a secondary, but more of a primary channel for customers. So that's one difference. You definitely see people in this very innovative. People are very forward thinking. So that's nice to see. It's kind of exciting, yeah. I think, the main thing that I guess I'd want people to know about Avaya, recently we got a new CEO in Alan, and he's been doing great things for us in terms of helping us simplify our message and simplify our offers. And one of the things that we've really started to focus in on is that innovation without disruption. And so one of the things that we're going to be coming out with November 1st is a published roadmap that really takes our customers through that journey of innovation without disruption that I was talking about before. And so that's something that I'm actually really excited about getting out there for people.